On this episode of DogCatManVan, I don't know what to say after that. Okay, so the boys and I, this one, the other one is somewhere in the van. We're about to head out for a little bit. For those of you who follow along with the channel, you know that back in July, I quit my 9-to-5 job. Since I quit my job, I've been trying to become more independent. And what I mean by that is getting my own gear, film equipment, computer, things that I need to keep the channel going, because working at a production company, you know, they had all that stuff. I'm no longer on the editing software plan that they have going for their employees. You know, the camera that I would use of theirs to shoot the interview stuff like I'm shooting right now, they're actually selling it. And like I said, I haven't had a computer in over 2 years. I don't know, I'm kind of at a point where it's time to get my own stuff. And so, I did. Since Bayonet helped me start this YouTube channel, they own 30% of it still. So I talked with them about getting my own equipment, and we decided to take all the money we've earned so far from the channel to kind of like reinvest into it to buy this gear. And I went and got a new camera, which I'm using right now. I mean, it's not like the greatest camera in the world, but it's a decent camera. It's better than what I had. I only own this, which is this little Sony RX105 or something like that, and it's done okay, but the audio's terrible. It just has this fixed lens on it. It does have this little servo zoom lens in it, but it makes a crazy noise when you zoom with it, so it was time to upgrade. I now have interchangeable lenses. The autofocus is pretty good though. I have external audio. I got a GoPro too. I have a little onboard light that I'm using right now. It's a little much. Hey, how you doing? Oh wait, I have some audio gear too. I bought a little audio kit, like a little live kit mixer, personal mixer dealio. This is what I usually use, but it was Joe's. Scoop it on here, boom, mic'd. I also bought a little light package. Ta-da! Light. And I went ahead and got a computer. Exciting. Oh yeah, and look, here's a little ad for myself. Go ahead and get some DogCatManVan stickers. You know, it's cool. It's what all the, none of the cool kids are doing right now. And if enough of you are interested in like knowing what I'm shooting with and what I'm editing on and that kind of thing, just leave it in the comments and I'll maybe like make a video, a rundown of what I use. Another thing I've been trying to do over these past few months is make a little bit of money. You know, like I just said, I took all the money that we've earned from the channel to buy equipment for the channel. And then the shoe company makes money, but all that money goes into paying for the bills we owe on the shoe company and to keep it going. So I haven't personally made any money on that. I actually just spend a bunch of money on that. If you have watched some of my other videos, you have seen I've been working on renovating the house that I park outside of. And for a while now, Steve and I have been building a deck in his backyard. And it's been quite the project, but it's also what's kept me afloat financially. You know, every other weekend we'll go and work like 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and recently we've been trying to do longer stretches, so we've been working like longer into the week to try to get it done because it turned out to be a far bigger project than we expected. We've put a lot of time into it now. It's quite a big deck, and then, you know, he got a hot tub that he wanted incorporated into the deck, not just to sit on top of it. He wanted to rest within the deck and kind of build around it, so we had to build a platform for that. And then we had to wire his house up to have a hot tub. So Steve's in the hot seat. Only because he's got the headlamp. I totally would have done it if, you know, I had the headlamp. All right, I'm gonna turn it. Nothing happened, so that's good. And so that was kind of a learning experience with figuring the electrical out for that. We're not only building this back deck, but we're also rebuilding his back room, this like back patio room, and we're gonna put a big bar window in there, but that got delayed because that's what happens in construction. It's always like 3 times longer than you expect it to take. You know, we've gutted it and now we've ran all the electrical for that up to the dungeon. Ah, wait until you're up there for a couple minutes. I've spent way too much time up in his loft sweating to death when it's like 100 degrees out with 100% humidity. It's like going up in a sauna. You're up there for like 5 minutes, you feel like you're gonna pass out, and your body is just like a wet sponge. I don't know if you could tell on camera, but I was just up in the loft for like 20 minutes. My whole shirt, you could see all the sweat marks. My knees, my arms. Holy shit. Like a sauna. But it's in a good spot now. This is how you move quick. You jam a whole bunch of screws in your mouth. So Steve, he turned around and I looked, and he had a cicada. I don't know if that's focusing on it or not, on his belt. He's like, I felt a shell in my pouch. And then I look and there it is. It's not done. I'd hoped we'd get it done before I took off, but we got it in a good place. It's looking way better than it did when we started. I wonder if I have any footage of like, this is what it looked like, and this is what it looks like now. I guess I could shoot it really quick before I leave. And on top of all of that, I've also been freelance editing and directing to make some money. I'm still here now because a freelance directing job with Bayonet came up this past week where it was actually pretty fun. We filmed with a puppeteer, Jeff Goltz. We shot with puppets. That was a first for me. We brought him on and he made these 4 different puppets, and we had like 6 different characters. And so, you know, in between setups, he would take the body, the head, and switch the appendages, nose, eyes, hair, like Mr. Potato Head, and then it would be a whole different puppet. And I guess that's just how they do it. It's a way to save money and be able to have a bunch of different characters. And it's kind of crazy how different they look just by changing their eyes and their like eyebrows and their mouth and nose. They look completely different. But I think I got a little too into it. You know, he needed help moving some of the puppets around because we had some like action within the scene as well as like having them talk and move, so I'd have to operate an arm or a separate puppet if we had 2 in the scene, and it was fun. I definitely think I got into it.
What's up, my dudes? Hey, my name is what's my name again? Neiman. That's, believe it or not, that's the real name of a human being, not just a puppet. I'm an actor. I'm about to act.
So yeah, that's been another way I've been able to make some money. Got it. Is that it? Did we get it? Can we play it back? Nice. Good work. Well done, Jeff. All right. Thanks, everybody. So after 2 months now, I'm in a good spot. I have my own gear. I have some money. I mean, enough to feel good for a few months. Even though I'm still massively in debt, I'm like taking care of that over time. But for the moment, I'm all right. And I've even had a little free time, you know, not having the scheduled 9 to 5, having to be there. I've been able to like craft in some time for new things. And I've recently tried to pick up fishing. I got this strapped to my chest. Brock and I are on our way down to do some fishing. Now, I grew up on a pond and we would fish the old like worm and bobber, but when I started like looking into it, I thought, oh, this would be a fun little thing to go out and do and not be bothered, kind of just be out there on my own. And as I started to research it, it was like, man, there are so many things that go into fishing that I didn't even realize. There's like reel and rod combos, and like, is it a medium fast, medium heavy? And then there's like pressure, the season, what the temperature of the water is, water levels, the location that you're fishing within the water. Is it down trees? Is it tall grass? A point. I'm learning all these things. But yeah, it's been really fun. Like, no, I haven't caught anything. Actually, I take that back. I caught a pretty awesome branch. And it's actually pretty calming, other than the times when Rocky like barks at every dog that passes by while we're like off a path fishing. Stop. I find myself comparing it to what I'm going through with the shoe company right now. When you're fishing, you have to pay attention to your surroundings and fish to the environment you're in. Okay, what are the fish eating here? And what can I cast out there that they're gonna be interested in? What are they gonna bite? I'm gonna be so bummed if I don't at least get a bite. But this is my third time in this area, well, in Indy area, and I haven't caught shit. I have gotten tons of bites, but I haven't landed anything. And with the shoe company, when I started it, I was like, I'm gonna make these designs, they're gonna be awesome, and people are gonna like them. But now that I've been doing this for a little while, I've come to the realization that I kinda have to make something that people wanna buy. And just like the fish, you need to throw bait that they're gonna wanna eat. I need to make shoes that people are gonna wanna buy. And so now we are in the process of developing some revised shoes that are tailored a little more toward the current market and what people are buying right now. Because that's what you have to do when you run a business. You kind of have to compromise, I guess is what I'm doing. I'm still keeping my little things within the designs that I want to have, but I'm also incorporating these other things that people are asking for, that they want to see within our shoes. Any luck with anything?
Nope.
Yeah, same here.
I don't come out to catch fish.
Right, yeah. All right. Success. Not. And yes, I am working a lot, but I also had time to go home for my birthday. I was a few weeks late, but I did get to go home and spend time with family. And we even played some badminton, which we hadn't done in a really long time.
Oh, are he supposed to, like, you hit it? Then no, that's too hard. Just hit it over.
Good start. Not only was it fun, it was pretty funny watching my mom and aunt and cousin play. My mom took a pretty good spill. And Rocky kept wanting to come out and play with us. He kept wanting to grab the rackets for some reason, like he wanted to be able to hit with us. You could tell he was frustrated he couldn't hold a racket. But that was a lot of fun.
Okay, good game.
During that time, like right before I went home, Archer let a mouse loose in the van. Usually when I call him at night to come back, he'll meow a little bit when he comes back into the van. And he was being really quiet, so I picked him up. And right when I picked him up, this little bing comes out of his mouth and scurries off under my fridge. And I've been so busy, I haven't been able to like take off the little cleat that my dad put in, a little guard to keep the fridge in. So I haven't been able to search for the mouse. And my mom has a live trap. It's this little thing.
Here we go. I'm gonna put an Oreo cookie in a little piece of cake because they like sugar more than peanut butter or like lunch meat or whatever. And then it says to just place it along, you know, like a running border lengthwise against a wall or an object. Okay. All right.
So you put this end, right, to the wall?
Yes. Okay. Check tomorrow and see if you get a mousey in there.
Okay, mouse trap has been set, and now it's a waiting game. So we looked for it, and we set a little live trap, and we put some sweets in there, but we didn't find anything. The live trap had nothing in it, just the goodies. And we even like pulled the fridge out and searched around with flashlights and everything, and nothing came of it. Well,
You want to clean this out while you got it out?
I guess.
Yeah, you got dirt up here too.
No.
If you don't see any shit, you don't have a mouse.
All right, well, no luck on getting the mouse. Maybe there's still a mouse in here. I have no idea. I'm pretty sure when I left the door open for a while, he must have like got out, because I haven't found any like mouse poop. I haven't smelled any bad like dead animal smells, so I assume he's out. You would think Archer would probably catch him by now too. But maybe I'm gonna have to make this DogCatMan mouse van. You ever find that mouse? Alright, anyway, so here we are. 2 months after leaving my 9-to-5 job. I've got my own camera gear, I have a little bit of money, and the boys and I are gonna head out to Denver to stay with my buddy Kyle. He's the dude who helped me build the van out. He's my shoe company partner, and he's got a driveway that I could park in and stay at. I just figured, well, I've got all the things to be more nomadic. I should utilize it and go out and try to do the things I'm doing here somewhere that I can do more activities in. And I'm not gone forever. I can really only go for about a month. It's a test run. I wanna see how it goes. I mean, while I'm there, I'm still gonna be running the shoe company. I've got so much I have to do for that. I mean, we even have this thing going with the Japanese distribution company that has been interesting, I guess. I feel like half the time I'm on a call with them or something, I only pick up 30% of what they're saying. But we're working through it. I'm figuring it out as we go.
Ben.
Yeah.
Hello?
I think you're still on mute, man.
Ben, do you understand what I'm talking?
Yeah, I think I'm following along with everything so far. And I've got a ton to edit for the channel. I shot a video with Kate, who was in a video a few months ago where we went climbing at the Red, if you haven't checked that out. But she has a van, and she's gotten to the point where she needed to insulate it, so we spray foamed it, and that was a whole thing, and I filmed that, and I need to cut that together and release it. You know, we went on a trip to Marquette, Michigan, did a bunch of cliff jumping, hiking,
Polar bear club.
camping, kayaking. He's got a life preserver because he is not very buoyant. All sorts of stuff that I need to cut together. I'll probably cut that together next. And then there's the entire season 2 of Krusty Crusaders that I'm gonna have on a hard drive that I need to cut together.
Bam. Throw my fucking sandal at him. Unfazed. I was like, all right, here's my other one. Bam.
And then I also want to film myself talking about the budget, like how much I spent on this van and where all that money went. And while I'm out there, I'm gonna do a bunch of other things I'm gonna film that I'm gonna eventually have to edit. Skating, climbing, mountain biking, gold panning, fly fishing. I guess I'm just trying to kill a bunch of birds with one stone. I mean, I had to pack some shoes and some props and some tools so that I can still like make things while I'm gone. I guess I'm taking him too. But I have a computer now, I have all my own film equipment. I can do all this stuff wherever. It could work out, it may not. I may run out of money and have to come back and figure it out. I mean, I'm still gonna have to come back to finish Joe's deck and backyard and construction stuff, but who knows? Maybe I can do a month now, and then a month from that I can do 2 months, and then from there I could do half a year. I just need to figure out how I'm gonna do it financially. Maybe I'll come up with a video that people will actually view with a cool clickable title and subject matter that it'll get a ton of views, and then I'll be able to financially support myself through this. I don't know. I don't even know if I'm gonna get this edited and released in time. I definitely won't. I'm gonna have to really rush the edit to even get it out. I might be in Colorado before this comes out. I could be, I don't know. Done. All right. Oh, and thanks for watching, and thanks to everybody who has jumped on the Patreon to support me and the channel and the furballs, and everybody who's bought some merchandise and even the little Amazon links and stuff. It's gotten me this far, so I'm gonna keep going. All right. So this is a new camera. I'm shooting on a new camera. Wow, how cool. Look at this. Wow. Check it out. I can zoom.
Does it look any better?
No, it should look worse because it'll see more detail of how I look.